Hi, my name is Hannah. Welcome back to my channel, Savage Reads. And this is going to be a very casual video today. I usually have a plan, do my wrap-ups, and edit them all down nicely. And I'm going for more of a chatty, conversational. I am going to react to the Goodreads Choice Awards and look through some of them, but I haven't seen them at all. I'm just gonna pull them up on my laptop right here and read them off to you and see what I think. So if this is not your cup of tea, come back next time for more of my usual content. But if you want to see what I think of the Goodreads Choice Awards, stick with me. Let's jump into that for now. So I'm clicking on Goodreads Choice Awards. What are the readers' favorite books of 2024? So it's just going with what's the most popular, right? So let's start with fiction. That's probably a good place to go. What are these? Okay, I have never heard of some of these. Real Americans, Margot's Got Money Troubles. I've read some Lane Moriarty books before. Here One Moment is one of them that's on the list, but I haven't read that one. Good Material, I think, is on my list somewhere. I don't see it right now, but I think Good Material is on my list. Welcome to the Hyunam-dong Bookshop. Nope. The Mighty Red by Louise Erdrich. Yeah, I would like to read that. I haven't gotten to it. I don't think I've read any of these. Tell Me Everything by Elizabeth Strout. I recognize that one. Why do I not recognize any of these? I don't really like Sally Rooney, so I'm not gonna read Intermezzo. Sandwich, that's on my list. I will get to Sandwich at some point. I feel like I Hope This Finds You Well is somewhere on the list too. So for fiction, we're already not doing great. I have nothing. I have read none of these. How have I read none of the fiction picks? Okay, let's try historical fiction. I don't read a ton in historical fiction, so I'll just go through it quick. Oh, Anita de Monte Last. I have that checked out right now. I'm gonna read it. I really want to read James. That's on my list. By Percival Everett. James? Isn't that a reimagining of, oh, well, I guess that's historical fiction. For some reason, I didn't classify that as historical fiction. Okay, let's see. So we've got The Frozen River. I don't think I read that, but it's on my list, I think. Yes. Oh, I need to read The Women by Kristen Hanna. The reason I haven't read it is I had read a few Kristen Hanna books and I was just kind of annoyed with them. And so I've had a hard time getting myself to want to read it. And individually, I liked the Kristen Hanna books that I read, but when you start reading multiple of them, I just kind of felt like anything bad that could happen to the characters was going to happen to the characters. And it just started to kind of drive me nuts. And so I didn't really want to, but so many people have said so many good things about The Women, so I should probably pick that up at some point. Oh, The Storm We Made. I'm reading that right now. So far, so good. I'm excited about that one. Kate Quinn, I know this is a terrible take, but I didn't love the Kate Quinn book that I read. I think I read, what was it, The Rose Code or something. Didn't really love that. It was another case of a historical fiction book that was trying to throw maybe too much at me, like calm down just a little bit. So that's historical fiction. Mystery and thriller. I've read a lot more mystery and thriller this year, so maybe there will be something I'm not doing great on that. Okay, First Lie Wins looks like something I maybe have on my list. No, I haven't had on my list, but I've heard something about it. How do I not know any of these? I've read a book by Lucy Foley, haven't I? I know none of these books. I've read so many thrillers this year and I haven't even heard of most of these. Okay, I enjoyed The Maid by Nita Prose, but I have not read the second one and I guess that's on the list, so maybe I should try that. I don't know. Okay, I'll glance at romance. I don't read a ton of romance. I don't think I've read any of these. And that's fine. Nope. Okay, let's try again. Romantasy. Oh no, we could just skip romantasy. I can tell you now, I haven't read any romantasy. I haven't read enough fantasy, I don't think. I'm gonna scroll through that. No, nothing. Science fiction? No, I don't read enough science fiction. Okay, horror. I've done some horror. Maybe I will have read some of those. Bury Your Gaze. That's on my list. What? The Eyes Are the Best Part is not going on my list. I cannot handle anything that touches on like cannibalism. Ugh. Diavola, that's on my list. But I haven't read any of these. They're on my list, but I haven't read any of these horror books. Okay, debut novels, let's see. Any good debut novels that I've read? Ooh, I have Glorious Exploits checked out right now. So we'll see if I get to that. The Storm We Made I'm reading right now, and that's a debut novel. Awesome. I know none of these books. How do I know nothing? Nonfiction. I'm a little concerned that I'm never going to get any of these. Ooh, these all sound super interesting though. How to Tell When We Die by Joanna Hedva. Oh, it's an essay collection for disability activism. That's cool. Okay. All in Her Head. The Truth and Lies Early Medicine Taught Us About Women's Bodies and Why It Matters Today by Elizabeth Coleman. That sounds really interesting. I don't love when nonfiction veers into like self-help, right? And so I want like nonfiction and self-help, I'd like them to be divided. I don't like the crossover as much. Let's see, I don't think I've read any memoir. I read My Side of the River. That was a really good one. That's a good memoir. I mean, I could vote for that. Let's see. That is the only memoir that I've read on this list. History and biography, maybe? Cross my fingers. The Demon of Unrest by Erik Larson. It's on my list. I'm gonna get to it soon. I'm really excited about that one. Okay, so the Goodreads Choice Awards. I'm not a follower of awards, but if I go with the best books that I read this last year, I have no books on here. There's nothing. I haven't read any of these. Now, are they worth picking up or are they just popular? I don't know. I think it might be interesting to go back. Let's check the 2023 awards and see, maybe I just don't read new releases. Okay, so if you see star ratings that I've given things, don't take that at all with a grain of salt because I never know. Things end up being 3-4 stars. It's like 5 stars, I know I love it. 1 star, 2 star, I know I hate it. And then they end up in the middle. So let's see. I didn't read Yellowface. I heard kind of mixed reviews. I don't know. Wayward, I liked. It wasn't perfect, but I liked it. I didn't read that. The Housemaid's Secret, Happy Place. I think I've read like 1 or 2 Emily Henry. It's just not really my thing. Fourth Wing. So many people have told me I should read Fourth Wing. Should I read Fourth Wing? Is it too fantasy? Am I not going to like it? Or is it still relatable? Another Leigh Bardugo book. Didn't she write the Shadow and Bone ones? I read that a long time ago. In the Lives of Puppets. I liked it. It wasn't my favorite TJ Klune book, but it was good. Not to put a blanket statement, but I don't love Stephen King. And so I do avoid Stephen King. I haven't done any of these young adult ones. I did read Wayward, which was really good. I didn't read Poverty by America. Maybe I should read that. The best nonfiction. I didn't read Britney Spears' book. Wager. Ooh. A Tale of Shipwreck, Mutiny, and Murder. Maybe I should pick up that one. Okay, so I feel like I did a little better. 2023. I got 3 books that I'd read on that. Okay, let's go to 2022. Okay, so if you look at this, I read Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. It's fine. The Maid was good. I liked that one. I didn't read the Taylor Jenkins Reid book. I kind of avoid Sarah J. Maas. Oh, look, it's the Emily Henry book that I did read. I thought it was fine. I read Heartstopper. I read I'm Glad My Mom Died. So look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the winners in 2022. So it's a matter of reading them the year that they come out. Let's try the next year back. Okay, so if we are back in 2021, we have Malibu Rising, which I did read, which is probably my least favorite Taylor Jenkins Reid book that I've read. People We Meet on Vacation, another Emily Henry book. How many Emily Henry books did I have to read to realize I don't like Emily Henry books? I don't know. I guess it was at least 2. The Final Girl support group. I really liked that one. For some reason it says I didn't read Project Hail Mary. I remember reading it. I don't know why it didn't get marked. Okay, John Green, The Anthropocene Reviewed. Yes, read that one. Crying in H Mart, Empire of Pain. I have Firekeeper's Daughter on my list. So let's see. Ones that I have read. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 7 if we count Project Hail Mary, even though it doesn't say that I've read it. Did I forget to mark it, or did I not finish it? I don't know. Okay, so this is holding true. If I did 6 on the last one, 7 on this one, let's go back one more year and see what happens. All right, 2020, I feel like had more categories, but I did read The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. I did read The Guest List by Lucy Foley, and both of those were kind of meh for me. I read The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett, really liked it, excellent book. Then I read Mexican Gothic and kind of hated where that ended up. I read Stamped, Racism, Anti-Racism, and You, which was excellent, and Cast the Origins of Our Discontent, which was also excellent. I read Heartstopper, I read Such a Fun Age, and I read Clap When You Land, which was really good. I liked that one a lot. And I also read The Trials of Apollo. So things are holding up so far. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If we go back to 2020. We'll try one more time, see if we can break this streak. 2019. I didn't read The Testaments by Margaret Atwood. I did read The Handmaid's Tale. I just didn't want to go back into that world. I read The Silent Patient. It was fine. Daisy Jones and the Six was pretty good. Those 2. Red, White, and Royal Blue. Why do I feel like I read it? Maybe I didn't. I don't know. It wasn't marked. Girls Stop Apologizing. I read a Rachel Hollis book, as in I read the first few chapters of a Rachel Hollis book and hated every second of it, and that didn't happen. Over the Top by Jonathan Van Ness. That was good. I enjoyed that one. Will My Cat Eat My Eyeballs? I really liked that book. It was a good one, so I did read that one. And The Trials of Apollo, The Tyrant's Tomb. Yes, I read that to my daughters. So let's see. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we're back to only 5 of the winners that I had read. So maybe that's as far back as we need to go. Basically, what I'm learning is the Goodreads Choice Awards seem to have no bearing on what I read, except eventually I'll probably catch up a couple years later. Maybe that's the lesson I got here. Also, I don't follow people that have recommended a ton of the nominees for this year's awards. Why do I not know half of these books? I feel like I spend a lot of time looking for books to read and talking about books, and how are there so many books that I don't know? It's baffling and also really cool that there's that many books. So super cool, lots of books. Leave a comment down below on what your winner for the year would be, and if the Goodreads Choice Awards influence what you read the next year at all. I usually don't pay attention to any sort of book awards, which maybe is my bad. So let me know how book awards influence your reading. And if you want another book wrap up, I will be back for a normal video on the next one.